Saturday afternoon in Chicagoland turned into a full-blown crisis for two NASCAR Cup Series garages, and for one of these drivers, this isn't just a bad day. It might be the moment his championship hopes start slipping through his fingers. Two teams, multiple failed inspections, ejected crew members, and now one playoff contender is staring down a must-win, must-perform stretch with his back already against the wall before the green flag even drops. Let's break down exactly what happened and why this story is bigger than a simple inspection penalty. Ahead of Sunday's eero 400, two Cup Series entries got hammered by NASCAR's inspection process. Michael McDowell's number 20 tank 71 Spire Motorsports car failed pre-race inspection 3 separate times. That level of failure doesn't just cost you a few spots, it triggers real consequences. McDowell was barred from Saturday's qualifying session entirely. Now he starts Sunday's race from the rear of the field, has to serve a pass-through penalty after the green flag, and his car chief, Travis Young, has been ejected from the property for the rest of the weekend. Meanwhile, Kyle Larson's number 5 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet failed inspection twice. The fallout is lighter, but still significant. Larson loses his pit stall selection, dropping from what should have been the second pick. And his car chief, Jesse Saunders, is also gone for the weekend. The silver lining for Larson, he keeps his hard-earned second-place starting spot for Sunday. And sitting unaffected through all of this, Denny Hamlin, the current points leader, locked up the pole position in Saturday's qualifying run, untouched by the inspection drama surrounding him. Here is where this story shifts from an inspection headline to a legitimate championship storyline. Michael McDowell is not just having a rough Saturday, he is fighting for his playoff life. He currently sits 21st in points, 32 points below the cut line, with only 8 races left before the postseason field is set. Every race from here forward is critical. There is no margin for error. And what did his team just hand him? An unforced error, a rear field start, a pass-through penalty, a loss of track position before the race even settles in. In a playoff push this tight, that is not a minor inconvenience. That is a race-defining disadvantage before the first lap is completed. Kyle Larson, on the other hand, has breathing room. He is 5th in the standings, 182 points above the cut line. Losing pit selection is frustrating, but in the bigger picture, it is manageable. That contrast is the real story. Two teams, 2 inspection failures, 2 completely different levels of consequence based on championship position. Now to strategy. Multiple inspection failures on the same car in a single day are not random. NASCAR's inspection process is designed to catch teams pushing the limits, testing tolerances, and searching for performance advantages. Sometimes that risk delivers speed, sometimes it backfires. For Spire Motorsports, it backfired. 3 failures signal more than a simple mistake. It suggests either a breakdown in communication or a calculated risk that did not pay off. The result, no qualifying run or rear field start, and a car chief removed from the weekend. For a team in playoff survival mode, that is a costly setback. Strong teams rely on discipline, clean execution, control over the fundamentals. When those fundamentals break down, the race becomes an uphill battle before it even begins. Larson's situation is different. 2 failures are not ideal, but not catastrophic. Hendrick Motorsports has built a cushion. That cushion allows them to absorb setbacks without derailing their season. That is the advantage of a strong points position. The bigger question moving forward, is this an isolated issue for the McDowell team or the beginning of a pattern? If inspection problems continue, it becomes a serious concern for a team already outside the playoff cut line. Reactions across the NASCAR community are expected to vary. For Spire Motorsports, frustration is likely. This is a team that needs every point, every clean race, every opportunity. Instead, they face a self-inflicted setback at a critical moment in the season. For Hendrick Motorsports, the impact is minimal. With a secure position above the cut line, this becomes a manageable issue rather than a defining one. Analysts will point to this contrast as a clear example of how narrow the margin for error becomes when a team is fighting to make the playoffs. Looking ahead to Sunday, best case for McDowell, he fights through the field, limits the damage, and secures a solid finish. A top 15 result could keep his playoff hopes alive. Worst case, early penalties and traffic trap him deep in the field, and the points gap grows beyond reach. For Larson, the outlook remains steady. Despite the lost pit selection, a strong finish is still well within reach. So the question remains heading into Sunday's eero 400. Is this inspection setback the beginning of the end for McDowell's playoff push, or a moment of resilience? We will find out soon. For continued coverage and race analysis, stay with SportsWire USA.